Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online. So there is a new Polar Highlands out. I mean, if you have been playing this game of late, you probably know that this map has been revamped. And so I'm here on New Polar Highlands. This is the testing grounds. I'm gonna wander around a little bit. Sort of what I did for the Canyon network when it was revamped, and have a look around and figure out how the places does this map work now. Hopefully this is gonna be enjoyable for somebody who doesn't get to play much, like myself right now, and so on. So I'm gonna wander around a little bit. Right away I am seeing a little bit of a problem here. This is the area where you basically drop in between those buildings there when you hop on the here. And I am seeing a problem, and it is that thing. So let's have a little bit of a wander around and so forth, because I really need to see these trenches. I am here, if you're not looking at things, I am here on the Hellbringer, mostly because the Hellbringer is just fast enough to actually, you know, wander around. It's just tall enough that you know, you can't hide it everywhere on every map, and it does not have jump jets, which means that I get to figure out if any and all of these things are actually climbable. Like this sort of stuff. Like, can I climb up from here in a heavy without jump jets? Right, I can. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So these trenches have certainly gotten steep enough now. They are certainly... I don't know if I would have preferred them to be a little wider than this thing. Like, trying to maneuver like two mechs in a pickup situation through here is going to be a pain, as usual, with this kind of stuff. Very much so. Everybody's gonna collide with each other when trying to maneuver around in these trenches. So that might be another problem. I should probably check it. I'll do that after I've done this with a different mech. I probably will have to have a look. Like, can you jump jet on top of that building? At least it seems to be like it would be possible. Coming here with a Shadowhawk would probably have been a or a Shadow Cat probably have been the better idea. Why I first thought of Shadowhawk is that the Shadowhawk is about the same size as the Hellbringer, like height-wise, and you can put a bunch of jump jets on it. So right, but I think that is the biggest problem right now I see, because especially if you can just walk up top there. Right, let's go find out. That is the first actually like problematic piece of terrain I am seeing right now. Because other than that, this looks like a very nicely done, essentially broken ground, where you just, you know, you have high ground, you have low ground, and you have dips in between, and so on, where you can do this sort of play where you peek from this side and shoot. Go around, peek from this side and shoot. And you should be able to dive back into the cover around here. Yep. And you should be able to do that without more of these things. Like, maybe they should be a little bigger than just mech-sized? Maybe. But I will find that out after I've played this new map a couple hundred times. Right now I have only played it once. So I haven't had a lot of time to play of late, so. Anyways, let's go dive here, and it seems like you can actually walk up here. Just straight up walk up here. Okay, this is starting to remind me of that, with those buildings there, this is starting to remind me of that, bloody heck, whatever is that World of Tanks map, which has this kind of this kind of a high ground where you can shoot to all directions, and there is a rock formation essentially below it, to where you will have teams on the on this side fighting another team on this side of the rock formation, and then people are trying to come up on top to shoot stuff. Whatever, I haven't played World of Tanks in like years now, but this just somehow reminded me of that. Alright, so I'm seeing this as a possible problem terrain. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, see that? It's going to be very difficult to hide from long-range firepower of somebody who gets up top there. It's going to be stupidly difficult, actually. Okay, I'm taking it back. This might not be a very good map. Okay, even here, the trench is broken in such a fashion that no matter which way you go, you're gonna get shot at from up there. Alright, so here you can actually come and use this rock and these whatever refinery, whatever things they are, to actually protect yourself a little bit. Okay, so this might be about the only directions you can come through without getting shot to pieces. Like, you start getting shot to pieces as soon as you break ground here. Then you can dive over here. Okay, this is another location where you can sort of protect yourself from it. But as soon as you get out through here again, you're out in the open entirely. Okay. This is a prediction without playing the map too much. I am seeing this is going to be a problem. You put long-range mechs here, or you have long-range mechs just getting here, especially jump jet pop tartar. You can shoot into basically all of these trench entrances out in the open. How do you assault that position by somehow getting close to it without getting shot to pieces? How? Oh, you can't come through here. No ground high enough to provide cover. Okay. So essentially, this might be the other problem location for a similar result. So what you're gonna have is people around this building here having a long-range fight with people around on this. This is a silly prediction, but that might very well be happening, because I have a little bit of trouble trying to figure out how do you close in on that, because you can't do that from this side at all. Like, how do you close in on that without getting shot to pieces by a couple... Even if you have 2-3 mechs up there with ERPPCs, ER large lasers, maybe even LRMs and stuff, you're not coming in here or through here at all. So basically your option is to come around from here. Okay, this is essentially out in the open. Well, okay, not here. But when you get here, you start trying to go through here. Okay, this is where you're very much open. If you happen to peek up onto the ridge, you are very much in the open. You can't go right side because this right side is entirely open. People will have to learn to NASCAR left, I suppose. Something along those lines anyway. Holy moly, I am thinking this is problem position. This and maybe that one. This is a little bit more to the edge of the map though. That one is much more central. That is much more central. Okay. Right. Okay, now this is a nice big trench. Okay, can you actually... See, even through this trench, if you don't go this way, even if you go this way, you're still gonna be... Bloody heck. This is so... Ugh. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the... like, if you put 3-4 mechs up here with long-range firepower, how do you actually approach that without dying? That is what I want to know. That is what I'm trying to look for here as far as a general route goes. Let's go wander around, figure that out, huh? Because I may be entirely wrong about this. Like, maybe somebody has already solved that out and figured out, okay, this is how you do it. Probably has. There is a lot better players in this game than I am. But I am seeing this high ground and maybe that other one as the problem areas of this map right now. Because you bring something with like clan larges over there with like over 900 meter and whatnot, slap in a targeting computer, clan marketing computer and all of that stuff. And you have these over 800 meter ranges easily. So, yeah. Alright. Of course you can try to hide between buildings and whatnot to do like medium range firepower. Like there is a lot of places I can see where you can do like medium range, like and long range firepower to somebody up there, right? That is not a problem. That is not a problem doing long range against that. However, when you are up there, how do you close? How do I or somebody else close in and try and get into brawl range of a mech or a bunch which are just camping up top there? You have to get really close before you start to have like... This is not a trench which goes all the way over there. This is just a death valley which means you will die on your way in. Yep, you will definitely die on your way in. Alright, fine. Fine. Alright, I have to keep that in mind, that place in mind. And feel free to look at the map coordinates in the middle of the screen. You know, for that sort of thing. Right. Overall I like the map design now. Like, it is a lot of broken ground where you can set up ambushes. You can actually like do peek and fire, that sort of play style a lot better. You can try and change firing angles on the opponents and so on. Like, you can definitely do that a whole lot better on this map. Like, even if I am doing like long range firefight for up there, there is so many different angles I can do that from now. Yep. Alright, I am liking, like, overall I like what we have here. Overall. But I am hoping that it doesn't devolve into everybody camping at the G9 high ground, or that high ground for that matter. I'm hoping it doesn't devolve into that, because personally, well, this is personal opinion, personal preference. I prefer a medium to short range engagements, and that's personal preference. You may prefer something completely else, but overall, as far as gameplay goes, I would prefer all sorts of gameplay styles being, you know, viable on basically all maps. You may have to adjust the way you play on a specific map, depending on what sort of a firepower you bring. Like, for example, right now, if you bring long-range firepower to Silrace City, you have to actually really know the map and play, you know, from the edges of the map. There is a lot of firing lines you can do on Silrace City with long-range firepower. You just have to adjust the way you approach the map. And I'm okay with that. That's what I want. I want like all of these builds which are different to be viable, to be able to actually, you know, play every map. Even if it requires them to do a little different than just walk into the middle of the map and brawl it out in the middle. Because I mean, if you're okay, overall I like the lock, and also it doesn't have the issue that first Hibernal did, where it's like, hey, let's make everything too bright and so nobody can look at it, which was a massive problem. But okay, so if you get up here, like, look at this. There is no way to hide from that unless you manage to get behind these buildings. Now, here is a question. Can you shoot through that gap? Apparently not. Apparently you cannot shoot through the gap. This is probably the better testing of that. Where does the edge of the building end? Yeah, not there. Okay, there we go. So this is where I can shoot the left medium lasers through it, but on the head and whatnot. So essentially, yeah, you can shoot the even though you can see through it, you can't shoot through it. All right, good to know. Can you shoot through that? Nope. Wait, what? I think you can. Let's come on, come on. There we go. Oh, you can. Just have to aim it very correctly. Oh yeah, alright, that works. Very good. Very, very, very good. Alright. Maybe it would work on these things as well if you happen to have the weapon exactly on the level. I don't plan to try that. I don't have the, well, I don't have a reason to right now, because being able to use those is a fringe thing and it's not gonna come into play all that often. And I don't care about, you know, tiny little fringe things right now. What I care about is the general thing. Right, let's have a proper fly around in this general direction still before I go elsewhere. So mostly because mostly I want to see the ditch directions of like trenches. Okay, that is basically a straight trench right to this thing, right? It's a straight trench leading to it. On this side we have more forks in the path. Alright, so there is actually a nice trench around here on the side. Oh, I like this route actually. I like this for a route around here. Because it does hide you from the G9 for quite a long time, actually. That it does. I mean, look at that. Still here, you're entirely... This is gonna require getting teams to, you know, or regular groups to do something else than run around on the right side of the map. I love that. I love that this map is built in this fashion. Actually, I'm starting to like it now. Other than the fact that I still see this as a problem, which I'm repeating too much, but I'll definitely see if I can play this particular position a bunch myself. Figure out if it actually is as strong as I think it is, and also see like if people are really playing that position. Because let's be clear, let's be honest here. Just because a position is strong doesn't mean it gets played a lot in pickup games, in quick play games. There are strong positions on various maps which do not get played a lot in quick play games. It's just the way it goes. Okay, Anyway, I am looking forward to playing this map a whole lot. A whole heck of a lot. Figure out how this fight goes, because I still have a feeling like that is a little too far to have this sort of fight between these two. But between here and there, you can definitely do this long range exchange, and maybe even this in there. I wish I can, I hope I can get a whole bunch of brawling going on around here. That could be a lot of fun, because I can see a lot of movement possibilities for this that will make brawling a whole heck of a lot of fun. You have flat roofs. You can jump jet on or jump jet over the buildings, and so on. You can go around. The trenches kind of support that. And you can jump, you know, behind here. Oh yeah. This should be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm gonna call it an episode right here. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Why not? I will look forward to playing a bunch of this map when I finally get the chance to really play a bunch. I wanna play this position so bad now. See how well you can do from there. Anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Hopefully, well, you learned something maybe. I don't know. Probably not. We will see. We will see. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.